Hi, I'm Mel Pickup, Chief Executive of Bradford Teaching Hospitals, and welcome to this week's roundup of news from across the Trust. This week we look at encouraging people to come forward for testing if they think they've ever been at risk of contracting the potentially life-threatening condition Hepatitis C. We're celebrating the work of a hospital consultant who's won a national prize for his research into nuclear medicine. And we hear from a colleague who had the honour of lighting the official flame at this week's opening ceremony of the 2022 British Transplant Games. But first, yesterday was World Hepatitis Day, where we launched a brand new website with clear and simple information and advice. Here's clinical nurse specialist Rizwana Kauza and consultant hepatologist Dr. Suleiman Marie to tell us more.
Hepatitis C is a small virus that affects the liver. It takes years to damage the liver, but invariably the liver will be damaged, leading to liver failure.
Hepatitis C is a big problem amongst our region. There is about 1% of the population who have hepatitis but are unaware of their diagnosis. They could be walking around with it. People are at risk of spreading the disease without knowledge.
Given that a lot of people are unaware that they have hepatitis C, we have set up a website where we have reminded people of who could be at risk.
If you think you've been exposed to the virus at all, please come and see us.
Do not hesitate to contact us either by email using our app or by making a phone call to make an appointment to have a test here at the Bradford Royal Infirmary.
Thanks so much, Rizwana and Suleiman. It's vital to educate people about the life-saving care you offer. For more information, please go to our new website, which is on the screen now. Now, our next story gives us a peek into the world of nuclear medicine as consultant clinical scientist Anthony Murray has just picked up a national award for his innovative research. Here's Anthony to explain more.
In nuclear medicine, we inject patients with a radioactive dye that goes to certain parts of the body and is uptaken by various tissues. And this allows us to take pictures of different disease processes in the body, and this allows us to get really useful diagnostic pictures, which helps our patients. I recently won an award for showing that nuclear medicine exposures and how we calculate them aren't standardised across the United Kingdom. So it was really good to highlight that there is an issue, and that's what this award was for. And the next step is to undertake some work to develop guidelines to standardise how we calculate these exposures going forward.
Anthony, your work is really fascinating. Thanks so much for all that you and your colleagues do for our patients. Now let's take a quick look around the Trust to see what else has been happening this week.
The Yorkshire Three Peaks is on lots of walkers' bucket lists. Ingleborough, Pennygent and Whernside. What a wonderful way to see Yorkshire. If you want to join us on our sponsored walk on the 10th of September, click onto our website to find out more and join the event. We'd love to see you there. This is for staff and patients and anybody in the community that wants to help make a difference to Bradford Hospital's charity.
Huge thanks, Di, for taking the time and effort to create this magnificent piece of art. Now, this week saw the British Transplant Games get underway in Leeds, and I'm really proud to reveal that our Organ Donation Committee Chair, Karen Piotra, lit the official flame at the opening ceremony last night. Karen is a tireless campaigner who became involved in transplantation after her husband Mark died suddenly in 2017. Mark went on to save the lives of 8 people by donating his organs. Here's Karen to tell us more.
The Transplant Games bring together transplant community and donor families from all over the UK. They'll compete in events such as the golf, the football, swimming, athletics and cycling.
Karen has worked tirelessly over the last few years, so it was no surprise whatsoever when she was asked to light the flame at the Transplant Games.
I was immensely proud and happy to have been asked. I think the one message to the public about these games is come along and just see the transplant community. Come and see the joy in their eyes and their smiles when they're taking part in these games to celebrate the second gift of life that they've been given.
Congratulations, Karen, on this honour, and the best of times to everyone involved in these historic games. And on this sporting note, good luck too to the Lionesses on Sunday's Euro 2022 final. Following the sensational victory over Sweden, you have inspired the nation, and we hope that you will go all the way. Well, that's it for this week, and it's our final video in our current format. So make sure that you tune in a week's time to see what we are doing next. And don't forget, all of our latest news and updates can be found on our social media channels, Twitter, LinkedIn and Facebook. Do look after yourself, and don't forget it's Yorkshire Day on Monday, so until then, ta-ra and Siddhi.